Well, I haven't made it out to the vlog cabin yet today, basically because I'm feeling rough. Some days I'm more aware of the various illnesses and the effects of medication for these illnesses more than others. And this is one of these days. I know my face is still smiley. I can see that myself, and you might doubt that I'm feeling as rough as I am, but I happen to have a smiley face, and the reality of feeling rough is very real this day. In due course, I'll get up and get moving because there's things I'm looking forward to today, and I want to enjoy them. And I'm very grateful that I'm able to enjoy life as fully as I do. You know, sometimes my illness can be a bit of a problem. It's never actually a problem for me, but it can be a problem for some of my fellow believers. They don't understand why I've not been healed. Well, that's a bit of a mystery. I've known miracle in my life. I've known miracles of physical healing. I've known all sorts of miracles that I can't explain in any other way than God has done it. And so far there's been no miracle in terms of my lung condition and various side issues associated with that. You know, I want to say something that some of you might at first not understand. My illness is a manifestation of the good news of the gospel. You see, the good news of the gospel is that the kingdom of heaven is near. That things that people associate with being in heaven at the end of our lives can actually happen now. So there's no sickness in heaven, and therefore there can be healing on earth now as a sign that that kingdom, that day that we're all waiting for, is actually getting closer and has actually invaded the present with its reality. However, Jesus and other parts of the Bible make it clear as well that this kingdom of heaven is already here, but it's also not yet. We're not yet in the day of no tears, no suffering, no pain, and we're still waiting for that day. And we bless God for every time that that day makes its presence known in the present. But it really is an already present, but yet coming kingdom. So when I've experienced healing in the past, why is that? Because the kingdom of heaven is near. When I don't experience healing as at this moment, whatever may happen tomorrow or in the future, why is that? It's because we're still waiting for the kingdom. I wonder if you've had pressure put upon you to pretend almost that your experience of the kingdom of heaven being near is fuller than you're actually experiencing it. I hope you have peace of heart to own your weakness, to somehow not be intimidated by people into exaggerating the presence of the kingdom in your life. I find in the charismatic world that sometimes there's an exaggeration that's akin to lying that God cannot bless. I remember reading a website report of a meeting at a conference that I'd actually been at. And you'd have thought from the report on this website of this well-established ministry that everybody and their auntie and their dog had been healed at this meeting. Actually, nobody was healed at that meeting. The organisers of the conference they got in touch with this particular ministry asking if they would reissue their report of the meeting to make it more accurate. And you know what? That ministry refused to do that. They left the exaggeration as was. It's hard to understand. You know, exaggeration is effectively lying. And when we bring the Lord into it, it's lying in the name of the Lord. And God says he'll not hold guiltless those who misuse his name. The charismatic world in general, perhaps, needs to confess the sin of exaggeration. But I'm hoping that you, whoever you are, never feel forced by other believers to commit that sin of exaggeration, lying in the name of the Lord about where you really are. Miracle is a sign of the gospel. But so is the mystery of when there is no miracle. And we live with the assurance of faith in that tension. We carry that mystery of already here, not yet, in our lives day by day. And I hope whoever you are, you'll be a faithful carrier and a confident carrier and an unashamed carrier and a non-intimidated by other believers carrier of that amazing mystery. God bless.